From BAD, Brian Day, indeed, an uncontrollable monster. And how convenient for Knuckles Nelson. He's decided to take a powder as we welcome back the commissioner of Wrestling Star Wars, Mr. Gil Bunk. Gil, thank you very much for taking a few moments of your time to join us here this week. Of course, Knuckles heard that you were going to be on the program again this week, and he hightailed it out of here.
Can't understand it because Knuckles has a lot of talent, he's good for the game, and he shows a lot of respect.
Well, I do agree with you on a couple of those issues, Commish. He is good for the game. He's a tremendous talent. His heart is certainly in the right place. His head is somewhere else, but we can't get to that on this program. But as far as the respect goes, Commish, I don't know. I'm going to have to bow out on agreeing with you on that one. And just to get my point across, Commissioner Bonk, I'd like you to take a look at this footage that we have gotten from last week's edition of This Week in Wrestling. You had appeared 2 weeks ago on the program.
Yeah, and I didn't see last week's.
And you were out of town last week. And Knuckles Nelson had a few choice words for Commissioner Gil Bunk. Gil, I want you to take a look at this. I really feel that you need to see this.
Okay.
Let's roll it.
Let's talk about Bonk for a minute, though. What a buffoon. Can you believe this guy? He comes out here, in his three-piece suit. Where did he get that thing, Walmart? You gotta be kidding me. It's like, come on, you know something? He's lucky I didn't bash him right in the mouth myself while I had him on.
Really?
Oh, you know, it was hard for me to hold back from doing that, you know.
Wow.
There were a couple of moments when I actually thought about drilling him one, too. Just letting him have it. He's a punk.
Boy, oh boy, that's your boss you're talking about. The guy who signs the paycheck. You know at the bottom where it says Gilbert Bonk?
Yeah.
That's him.
He's like a dad to me. Yeah, right.
Well, I'm sorry that it had to be this way, Gil, but I really felt that you needed to see what we've just shared with you and the rest of the viewing audience.
I really can't believe it. Knuckles does have a lot of talent, and he actually has a lot of talent, and I thought he showed a lot of respect.
While you were here, though.
Yeah. It's
a different story when he knows you're not within eye or earshot.
But he wouldn't want to challenge me in the ring. So.
Well, doesn't sound like a threat, but it does sound like a stern warning from Commissioner Gil Bunk. Now, Gil, there's another thing I'd like to talk to you about. At the very beginnings of this organization, Wrestling Star Wars, you as commissioner emphatically stated that severe violence, such as the use of objects such as chairs, tables, any other type of equalizing object would not be allowed in Wrestling Star Wars and on this very program. However, there have been instances when we have seen tremendous amounts of violence with chairs, with tables, with food products, and we've also seen instances where a pool stick has come into play more than one time. First, it was Knuckles Nelson who used a pool stick to gain an advantage, and then it was Brian Day, who some say helped Kid USA win the New England Heavyweight Championship when he used that pool stick on Curtis Slamdog.
Well, I'm looking at a fine on Brian Day, but I'm reviewing it right now and seeing what I should do.
But, Commish, don't you think it would be fair that if you're going to levy a fine against Brian Day for his actions, that you should also go way back to last summer when Knuckles Nelson did pretty much the same thing to Brian Day and almost put him on the shelf?
That's true. I'm going to have to take the whole thing under advisement.
Well, yet another take it under advisement from our Commissioner, Gil Bunk, and it'll be interesting to see where your rulings go. I'd be very, very grateful if you'd come back and join us again and perhaps share your thoughts and opinions with us again.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Gil Bunk of Wrestling Star Wars and This Week in Wrestling. Let's get you back down to ringside.